Hey, how y'all doing? It's your boy, Mr. We're here. I got a special guest today, y'all. Mr. Donald Dunn Hall. Give it up for this brother right here. Black excellence in the house. The next mayor of Olive Branch, Mississippi. I'm calling it right now, Dunn. I'm calling it right now.
Speaking into existence.
Speaking into existence, man. So we're here today really to get a chance to know who he is. I've known this brother. Our kids have went to school together. And now he will be the next mayor of Olive Branch, Mississippi. And I got a chance to sit down with him, you know, and I want you to get a chance to know him. And so got some questions for him and whatnot too. And we're just gonna get into it and whatnot too. So start off before we even get started. Who is Dunn Hall? And well, let's just start there. Who is Dunn Hall?
Well, I am a husband, a father. I am a city planning commissioner for the city of Olive Branch.
All right.
I am a small business owner, and I'm a former executive at a bank. And that's a little bit about who I am. I love God. I love my family, and I love our city, our community, and I want to see it continue to grow and improve.
Yes, love it, man, love it. And black excellence in the house right now, love it, love it. And so you have been doing a lot of things. Why run for mayor right now? You had a lot of things on your resume. You've been, like you said, you've been in banking, you've been in city planning. You have a wonderful, beautiful family out there.
Thank you.
Why do you want to be mayor? Or why will you be mayor? But you will speak that in existence already.
Right.
But just why do you want to be mayor?
Well, I think that's a great question. So I'm running for mayor because over the past 20 years, we've seen Olive Branch double in size.
Yes.
And I'm running to make sure that we continue to grow responsibly and also that all of our citizens are able to share in the economic prosperity of our city. And that looks like us continuing to have jobs, good paying jobs in our community with great benefits, in addition to making sure that our city continues to remain safe, making sure that we have a great infrastructure, and making sure that we have things for our children to do in our community. And so that's why I'm running for mayor, to continue to build on the foundation that I helped to lay as a city planning commissioner for the city of Olive Branch.
Yeah, I got 2 kids. How early can they start working? Because I'm ready. They're 8 and 7 right now.
Yeah.
They may have a few more years, and can they start?
Hey, let's go and get them started. I got 5 boys, so they've started. Yes.
Listen. If a child don't work, they don't eat in the Mr. household. That's what we're trying.
Same rule in my house.
We try to. I love it. Okay, so your opponent, his name Ken Adams, is your opponent. So if you two were NBA players, right? Who would you be and who would he be? So your opponent, Ken Adams. I love basketball.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my listeners love basketball too. I'm going for the Grizz.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
If the two of you were NBA players, who would you be, Dunn, and who would your opponent be?
Man, great question. So after watching the Grizzlies play last night,
yes,
I think I had to go with Ja Morant, man. I think if I had to choose who I would be, it'd be Ja Morant. And the reason why is because Ja Morant is a point guard, so he facilitates. He makes sure that everyone is in place. He makes sure everyone's successful. And that's my number one job as mayor, making sure that our city is successful. And that includes making sure that I'm partnering with small business owners, making sure I'm partnering with large corporations, making sure that I'm working with our citizens, working on the agenda that they have set to see their city continue to grow and improve. And also, I would say Ja Morant because he's a winner. And I want to see Olive Branch win. Our girls basketball team recently won their 3rd straight championship in a row. And I want that winning spirit to continue to come through Olive Branch. And with my opponent, so I can attest to his basketball skills. I'm sure he's probably.
I don't know if he can hoop.
Well,
that's me. That's not Dunn.
He's probably a pretty good basketball player, but he has been a judge for 25 years. So I'm gonna be on the safe side and say he probably will be a great referee.
Oh, okay. I like your professionalism, bro. So yeah, Ja Morant, we need you here. But I love that reference right there. Ja Morant, yeah, good place in the situation there. Okay, all right, got a couple of questions I want to get to you. So voting rights, right? So a few of my friends have moved into Olive Branch. They love the city. They love what's going on. Movie theaters there. There's even a new airport. You guys have got a little bit of. So now, why should my listeners vote for you over your opponent? I'm not even mentioning his name. The other guy. Why should people who listen right now vote for you over them?
Well, great question. So, as a city planning commissioner, I've worked really hard with the board of aldermen, with the city planning commission board, to bring millions and millions of projects, million of dollars of projects here to our community.
Mm.
These projects have brought in thousands of jobs to our community. So, I have been on the front line helping our community continue to grow responsibly and attract the right type of jobs to our community. As a small business owner, I know what it takes for a small business owner to be successful. We speak the same language. I know that at the end of the day, that's an additional child. And so they want to make sure that child or that small business grows and becomes successful. And so that will be one of my top priorities, Mayor, making sure that our city is small business friendly, making sure that we remove restrictions and red tape, so that we can promote and strengthen and enhance our small business, and make sure that we're attractive to small businesses. And as a former executive at a bank, I've worked every day with citizens, customers, which once elected, the citizens would be my customers. Just making sure I help them achieve their dreams. That looks like me helping them buy homes. I've helped several homeowners right here in our community purchase their home for the first time. I helped them send kids to college.
Love it.
And I've also helped them retire. And so these are experiences that have helped me and prepared me to become a successful mayor. And these are some of the experiences that my opponent doesn't have.
I appreciate that. And so you see, you want to grow in business. Small business, I know, is the heart of Olive Branch in the community and whatnot too. And so you've lived that life. You've been through that, and you've helped them, like you said, even helping kids get to college, helping people retire. So you've been on all phases of that side. So you've done a lot. I always like to ask questions too. I always like to mix it up. What did you want to be as a kid? So you go back to Lil Dunn. I don't know if you had a nickname. Did you have a nickname growing up? I don't know.
We're gonna leave
you leave it. Leave it. That's fine. So okay, cool. That's cool. So what did you want to be as a kid growing up?
Well, as a kid growing up, I always wanted to be a businessman. Because my father was a businessman. I grew up watching him put on suits, shirt and ties. And I would, once he leave, I get in the mirror, go grab one of his ties and try to tie it. And so that was always intriguing to me. It led me to get a business degree, and also led me to further my education with an MBA as well. But business. And so it led me to open up my small business owner. So
you hear that, kids?
I would say a small business owner.
Love it, man. For kids, I love it too. So also the current mayor, Scott Phillips, says he has helped create over 5,000 jobs in his, I think it's 2 years he's served.
Yeah, it's 2 terms. Yes.
2 terms, right? And so, and even purchasing the Olive Branch Airport back in November 2018. What do you plan on doing when, I'm going to say when, I didn't say if, you see I'm speaking this thing into existence right here, when you get in office?
Well, hey, first let me say Scott has done a great job. I'm proud of what he did, and I'm also proud of what we did as a team. And so serving as a city planning commissioner.
Oh, you were part of that, yeah. So
I was a part of it.
Yes. Make that clear. I didn't make that.
I was a part of it.
You were part of that success in bringing the jobs and everything.
Absolutely. So that's an appointed position. So I was actually appointed by Scott and the Board of Aldermen. And also I serve with an extremely talented board as well. And so, yes, we have helped over the past 8 years bring in thousands of jobs to the community. Again, approve several projects. And one of the things that I get really excited about is seeing a building on a blueprint come to life. And so we've seen several projects come to life. I've been on the front line of helping that come into existence. And as mayor, I plan on continuing to build on the foundation I helped to lay. And so I want to continue to bring good paying jobs in our community, continue to keep our community safe, continue to bring, and when we talk about jobs, I want to make sure that we're bringing in jobs for our children. So jobs that haven't even been created or thought of yet.
You read my mind.
Yes.
You read my mind.
So when our kids go off to college, or some kids, they say, hey, that may not be my path, but they don't have to relocate away from Olive Branch. We can keep that talent right here in our city. And so that's what I want to do.
Listen, we might need to even push you past the mayor, get you something. Because I've been telling, Mississippi has so much talent, man.
Yes.
And like I get a chance to travel, thank God I get a chance to travel and talk to other people. And other people from Mississippi are like, hey, you still there? And I'm like, man, like it's so much talent. So it's so it's so nice, man, to hear somebody say we're trying to attract people and keep people,
Yes.
all the talent we have in the city and around the area there.
Yes.
So
we want to attract and retain talent, and in particular here in DeSoto County. So we have some of the top rated schools in the state. So we know that our kids are getting great education.
Yes.
Particularly in Olive Branch, we have the highest educated workforce in DeSoto County, and DeSoto County has one of the highest in the state. And so we want to keep our talent right here. So it's as mayor, I'm gonna be advocating with large corporations selling the benefits of Olive Branch. We have a lot to sell. It starts with our citizens being one of the highest educated. It starts with our schools. We have great schools.
Yes.
We're safe. We're a fast-growing area, so we're very, very attractive. So it's an easy sell for me to sit across from CEOs and talk about why they should bring their business to Olive Branch.
Yes, I love that you put a corner in that thing right there, man. Because so many you see a lot of cities like Atlanta. You see a lot of places where a lot of companies in different places go because they feel like, oh, they have those things.
Yeah.
But like you said, this is prime for what you're prepared to do. And y'all can y'all feel that for a second? Can you feel that for real? Like that to me changes up. I wish, coming up, talking to my mom, different places like, man, we wish we had opportunities and stuff like that growing up. And now for it to be real and talking about standing on the shoulders of giants, man, and really bringing that in. I want to stamp something too, right? Because you have been a part of the work. You're not even just coming in.
Yes.
All the things I just mentioned, I didn't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've been a part of all the 5,000 jobs coming in, the airport, all those other things, the movie theater there, other things that have been brought into the city already. So it's not. Let me look at you for a second. You hear that? This is not like somebody's talking about what I'm going to do and pledge something. I've already been a part of the work. Let me continue on in another section of what that is, man. So put your quarter in there right quick. So when I'm gonna be quiet, man. You got me excited. You got me excited. So this debate has separated schools, families, and I want you to weigh in on this. Okay? Does cheese or sugar go on grits? That is separating families out here, Doug.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of either one, but my boys, my 5 sons, they love cheese on their grits.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say cheese on their grits. When I cook their grits, they want me to put cheese on it. Throw cheese on.
So there you go. It's been a huge debate.
Yeah.
A lot of people not speaking to each other. Mothers not speaking to daughters. Boss not speaking to sons. So you got it right there. He said his sons right there. Kids there. So sometimes too, I hear this all the time. Well, not all the time, from some people, right? They say, man, my vote doesn't count. Mm-hmm. And so I know the election's coming up. All the things you mentioned, I'm excited about right now. And if you could speak to that person who's listening or watching right now, who's saying, you know what, Dunn sounds like a good guy. I mean, like he got the grits and all that. And he's done a couple things in the city already. He's got some jobs there. But, my vote does not count. What would you say to somebody who is...
Well, I want to speak directly to that person. So the only way your vote doesn't count is when you don't vote. Mm. And so it's very, very key and critical that on June 8th you get out and vote. So first, let me start there. But also, I want to speak to the sentiment behind it because I think it's just a lot of frustration.
Yeah.
Typically, and I've been out canvassing and campaigning throughout all of Olive Branch, and I think what they're speaking to is that every 4 years, politicians come around, ask for their vote, make promises, and they don't deliver. Even now, I'm seeing politicians campaign on improving roads. But over the past 8 years, there have been no major road improvements.
Potholes existing, knocking your front end alignment out completely.
Yes. And so part of my commitment was the first part of my campaign. I spent the first few weeks and months just listening, and I didn't and listening to them, and listening to the citizens. I came up with the agenda, what's their priorities, and so my promise is, once elected, I'm going to go to work on your agenda, and you can hold me accountable to working on your agenda. And that agenda is about economic growth and development, making sure that we continue to grow responsibly by attracting good jobs to our community, by supporting small business owners. Really, and I want to say one thing about supporting small business owners. As mayor, a promise I'm making is before we spend any dollar outside of our city or our county, we're going to look to see if we can have a small business owner right there in our city or our county
first priority
to support. And so that's going to be our first priority as mayor. I'll make sure that we spend our dollars right in our community. But listening to you all, Again, I know it's important. Infrastructure is very important. Keeping our roads, making sure our roads are regularly maintained, making sure that we eliminate potholes. There's no reason that we should have potholes or undesirable road conditions.
Been there for a long. That's why. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right. And then also just making sure that we build our roads for tomorrow, not just today. We're going to continue to grow as a community, and we have to make sure that we are planning for that additional growth. And then parks and recreations, making sure that we have things for our children to do. We have a very family friendly community, and so oftentimes we're talking to neighbors and friends. They want to know, what do we have for our children to do, and so making sure that we invest in youth programs for our children to do. So again, I understand the sentiment behind the frustration, but I can tell you this: if you vote for me, your vote will count.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Another debate. I switch it up. Another debate. Separate some families as well, man. Separate some families as well. Better movie, Life or Coming to America? Watch what you say.
Okay.
Think about this one. Because somebody's hinting on this right now. Life, or Coming to America? I don't know if I would even say this, but
man, I remember going to the movies to see Life.
Yes.
And man, I left away, man, and listened to Casey and JoJo.
Yes,
So I love Life. Coming to America, of course, is a classic. But what I'm going to say is this is what's going to settle the debate for me. Which one I watched the most?
Okay.
So,
you hear the drum roll?
Yes.
Oh, this is it. Oh.
So I would say Coming to America, and the reason
that was my choice too.
Okay.
My choice. I voted the same way. You in there now? You in the
Coming to America 1.
Okay, yes, me too. Most definitely. Coming to America 2 was fine too, but it was not the classic. It's hard to top a classic like Coming to America, man.
Classic, man.
Everybody was Eddie Murphy. Arsenio Hall, Samuel L. Jackson. It was like the earth rotated at the perfect time, and everybody like salute to them making it on that side. And so okay, cool. I have one more for you. Okay, better TV show, Martin or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Martin.
Oh, hands down.
Martin.
Hey, you in there?
Martin.
You passed the test.
Martin.
Yeah. Martin, no doubt.
No, Fresh Prince.
It's a good show.
It's a good show. Family values. So I love Fresh Prince, but Martin, when you want to get a good laugh in, like if I'm scrolling to the TV and I happen to stop on Martin, I'm gonna watch it. I'm finna watch an episode. So no, Martin's a great show. My oldest son is in college, and so I encourage him to watch Martin. I said, man, you need to check out Martin, man, because it's a great show.
It's timeless. My kids now watch episode Martin.
It's funny.
Brilliant, hilarious. It came out like 30 years ago, I believe, almost now, but it's still just as funny as it was then at that point in time. So Martin, shout out to Martin right there. Yeah, so you passed the test there. I'm gonna hit you with this one. In terms of bringing together, I've seen you work with all races. I've seen you like bridge over, on every side. I feel like you can relate. What makes you like a candidate for anybody?
Right. Well, first, so being a banker. So I told you I formerly was an executive of a bank. I actually resigned to focus on my marital campaign.
Wow, hold on, let's let that. See this brother trying to he slides in these comments like that. So you all in for the city, you all in for the people. See, you put your money where your mouth is. Yes. Look, so I want to make sure you didn't just gloss over. It's like, I left my job, but I wanted to make sure we put a quarter there. You get that point across to make sure that got across there. Okay, y'all got that?
But let me go to. I believe in Olive Branch. I believe in the people. I'm for the city. I'm for the people, and just my life experiences. So I started working probably when I was about 14 years old. I've always dealt with people. When I started off at the bank, I told you I was an executive, but I started off as a part-time teller.
Wow! So you worked
and worked my way up, and right out of college, started off as a part-time teller, worked my way up, and so just helping people come up with savings plans. Helping people to buy homes and being connected with the community in that way makes a difference. In addition to that, I've been coaching in the community for the past 15 years. I told you I had 5 boys, so typically on the afternoon I'm at a ball field, I'm at a park, I'm at a track, at the track with them, helping them and helping other young boys and girls develop skills for that particular sport, fundamentals for that particular sport, but also develop fundamentals for life. And so just being connected to community, like I'm a very much a real reachable person,
Yeah.
and I want to help. Being mayor, I'm gonna be fully transparent, have an open door policy, and again, even now, my campaign is very, very grassroots. I'm on the ground, meeting people, shaking hands, listening, which I think is very critical to a mayor's job. Make sure they listen, and making sure that I set out to accomplish the agenda that the citizens need me to accomplish.
Yes, and he's married. Brother got 5 kids. You gotta have listening skills. I know that. Listen, all the husbands out there, you know exactly what we're talking about. So shout out to wives too. We love y'all as well. I love y'all. Don't want to get messed up here. Okay. Last question. We can tell you here. So thank you for the time too, brother. In terms of if there was one thing, right, you wanted to leave this, if you were one vote away. Mm-hmm. And this person's on the other side, and all the work you've done, if you could leave one thing with that listener, watch who's ever on the other side of this right here, of what was one thing you want them to know?
Well, I will say this. I am a public servant, not a politician. And what that simply means is this. Every 4 years, you won't see me coming by making promises that I have no plan on fulfilling. As mayor, I will be listening to the needs of our citizens, and I will work every day to make sure that I'm accomplishing those needs and making sure that we're fulfilling those goals that we have set out for the city. So just know that that's where my heart is. I want to see the entire Olive Branch continue to move forward together. And so, again, my name is Donald Hall. Thank you all for taking some time to listen to me today. Please vote for me on June 8th.
June 8th.
I'm a public servant, not a politician.
Love that. Do something for me. So in your calendar, go ahead and put June 8th down, because folks will go on and Martin will come on. We'll be laughing. we'll be putting some cheese and grits and forget about June 8th. So go ahead and put it in your phone now. Let me put an alert for myself. Let me go out and vote. He's been a part of the work right there. Want to see Mississippi continue to grow. If you, especially I know you got kids and you want your kids to go to that side. You want them to have a great future and opportunities too, and not have to leave and go somewhere else. And you got to fly and fly to see them opportunities right here where you stay, making it happen, man. So salute, man. Salute, brother.
Brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. For sure. Yep.
All right. Thank you for having this platform.
No problem, man. No problem. Y'all go out and vote. June 8th. You heard it, man. June 8th. I'm excited, man. Woo! That was good.